सिद्धांत सरस्वती भूषामी प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय, नामाचार्य विशील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय, वृंदावन धाम की जय, नवद्वीप धाम की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तविंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled.
Translation. Srila Shukadev Goswami. Srimad Bhagavatam.
हरे गुणाक्षिप्तमसि भगवान बादरायणी अद्वज्ञात महोदाख्यानम नित्यं विष्णु जनप्रिय। श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराणम, it is called Mahapurana. Mahodakyanam, Akhyanam, narration, history. It is not fictitious, it is history. The activities of the Kauravas, Pandavas, many other activities mentioned here. Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj. many, many devotees and their activities, their history. It is not mythology. The rascals, they say mythology. No. It is history. Mahabharata. Maha means greater. And Bharat means this planet. So Mahabharata means the history of this planet. Now it is minimized. India. India is given the name given by the Britishers or the Europeans. Real name is Bharat, Bharatvarsha, according to the name of Maharaj Bharat. So, this greater India, Mahabharata, this is also history, Itihas. Itihasa Purana. Purana means old history. Purana means old. It is not mythology. Purana. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is Amalam Puranam. Amalam. Amala means dirty things. And Amalam means without any dirty things. What is that dirty thing? The dirty things means the material modes of nature. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamun. Because it is material, it is called molo, dirty. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Amalam, without any material contamination. Because simply narration of Bhagavan and Bhagavan's devotee, Bhagavat, Bhakta. Therefore it is named Bhagavatam. Dealings between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam. So, who will be interested in Srimad Bhagavatam? That is mentioned here. Harer guna akiptamana. Kipta means madness. Here is a man, kipta, means he is mad. So there are two kinds of madness. One madness is for material enjoyment. They are also mad, pramatta. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. The material madness entangles people more and more in the process of birth and death. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has sung, Anadi karama phale pori bhavan navo jale toribare na dekhi upay. Anadi karama phale pori bhavan navo. We are somehow or other, we have fallen in this material world, the ocean of nescience, bhavanava. Arnava means ocean, and bhava means repetition of birth. In this ocean we have fallen. Therefore, our prayer should be not for any material opulence, as we generally do. Dhalam dehi, rupam dehi, give me money or mitigate my distress. This is very lower stage of devotion. To ask something from the Supreme Lord. Artha arthati jigyasu. The beginning, provided one is background is pious, because without piety nobody can approach the Supreme Personality of God. Jesham antagatam papam jananam punnakarma. Those who are simply acting piously, such person can approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not impious person can. Therefore we shall be very, very careful about impious activities. The impious activities, we know the four legs of impious activities: illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. So therefore we should be very, very careful about these impious activities. You cannot make any spiritual progress by simultaneously acting impiously, and at the same time it is sure it will go, but it will go very slow. Just like if you have got dry wood, then the fire ignites very easily. And if you bring wet fuel, it takes time. Of course, as soon as there is fire, the wetness of the well will dry, but it will require extra energy. And if you put dry fuel, then it ignites very easily. So in order to keep us dry without being wetted by the impious activities, then spiritual progress will be very quick. We should remember. Actually, if we want to be advanced in Krishna consciousness, it is our duty to keep ourselves dry from material wetness. That is our duty. Jishamantagatam pam. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, especially two things, Vishainam Sandarsanam, Atha Joshitanch, two things, woman and money. If we become attracted, woman means for man, the woman is woman, and for the woman, the man is woman. Not that woman means a particular class. Woman means which are enjoyable. In this material world, a man is enjoyable by the woman, and the woman is enjoyable by the man. So for both of them, Vishainam Sandarsan Atha Joshitan. Joshit means enjoyable. This body is superfluous. The bodily structure, it can be changed. Perhaps you know now in medical science they can change the woman's body into man's body and the man's body into woman's body. It was formerly being also changed. In Bhagavat you find that in a garden, I forget the name. In a garden where Lord Shiva was engaged with Uma, husband and wife. So all of a sudden, many saintly persons entered to see Lord Shiva. At that time, Uma, Parvati became very much ashamed. She was not very properly dressed. So immediately the saintly person, they left that Lord Shiva is now in his private affairs. So Lord Shiva, to please Parvati, he immediately said, henceforward, anyone who he'll enter this forest, he'll become open. So one king, I forget the name, with his party, without the knowledge, he entered the forest and all of them became open. So the idea is that the man's body can be transformed into woman's body and a woman's body can be transformed into man's body. Because we are not this body, dress. Suppose I have got this dress, this man's dress, I can transform it into woman's dress with a sari. And that does not mean I am woman. So, every one of us, living entity, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The outward dress, man and woman, that is dress. Basangsi jinnani tatha vihaya. We are changing this dress. So, in this material world, because our mentality is to enjoy, therefore, it is called Purusha. Purusha prakritisthopi bhunte prakritijan guna. Purusha, here Purusha, the living entity, it is said Purusha. Purusha means both man and woman, because everyone has got the spirit. I shall enjoy. So therefore he is described as Purusha. Purusha prakritisthopi, in this material world. Bhunte prakritijan gunan karanam guna sangarsa sadasat janma junisu. We are getting different types of body on account of our different desires. Karanam guna sangarsa sadasat janma. According to the desire, Krishna is so kind. As we are desiring, he is supplying the body. That is also explained. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddeshe arjuna tishati. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ishara. He is situated in everyone's heart. So he knows what I want. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddeshe, it is pointed out, riddeshe, in the core of the heart. You haven't got to search throughout the universe. He is within the heart. He is there. Therefore the yogis, they try to find out the Supreme Lord within the heart. Dhyana avastita tadgatina manasa pasyanti jam yogin. That is yogi, who tries to find out the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the heart. That is dhyan. That is meditation. Meditation does not mean anything nonsense. To see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. So, prakritisthopi, we are in this material world. What is this material world? Material world means three modes of material nature. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamam. So according to the association, Karanam Guna Sangha, either Satagun or Rajagun and Tamagun, this is going on. And therefore we are getting different types of body. So, this is going on. This is called Bhavarnava. So, if we want to get release from this entanglement of being polluted by the three modes of material nature, then we have to come to this platform, Nirgun. Nirgun. Nirgun means to associate with the Supreme Personality of God, or to be engaged in devotional service. That is nirgun. Manchabhya vicharini bhakti yogena jasevate sagunana samatitto etana brahma bhuyaya kalpa. Immediately you can be placed on the transcendental platform as soon as you begin your devotional service. Abhyavichaya, without any deviation. Ananya bhakti. Bhajate mam ananya bha. That is one. What is an ananya bha? Anna vilasita sunnam. Without any material desire. Sarvapati vinirmuktam. That is pure devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore recommends that Niskinchanasya Bhagavat Bhajanurmugas. Anyone who is aspiring to become advanced in Krishna consciousness, Bhagavat Bhajanurmugas. Why Bhagavat Bhajan requires? Paranga paranga jigimiso abusagara. For a person who wants to go to the other side of the ocean of desire, paranga param, jigimiso. It means one who is very rich man. No. Rich man and poor man doesn't matter. If one is interested simply with the four principles of the bodily necessities, ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithun, eating, sleeping, sex and defense, they are called Vishaya. Vishayina, Vishaya khalu sarvatasya. If Vishaya means rich man, then why the Shastra says Vishaya khalu sarvatasya? The enjoyment of these four necessities of body, it is available everywhere. The sparrow is also enjoying Vishaya. There is a male and female, and they are jumping from one tree to another, from here to there, and as soon as they require, they are enjoying sex, and are eating something. So eating, sleeping, mating, this is going on. That Vishaya is available. I have seen at night small insects. They are also enjoying eating, sleeping, mating. The small, very small ant is captured. Jiva jivasya jivanam. One life is meant for being eaten by another life. You can see, very small. He has got all the same tendency. So Vishaya khalu sarvatasya. So one has to become free from this Vishaya. Vishayanam sandarsanam asajoshitans. Ha hanta vishavaksanatapi asadu. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we shall be very careful. Vishayana, a devotee, if he thinks, here is a nice woman, if I could enjoy her. Or here is a nice man, if I could enjoy her. This is Vishaya. Vishayanam sandarsam. To see one woman is not dangerous, but to think of enjoying, that is it. Similarly, to see one man is not dangerous. You cannot avoid that. You are on the street here. But to see with the spirit of enjoyment, that is dangerous. So you should be very careful. And that requires, I will say, training, very strong training in Krishna consciousness. Unless one is strongly in Krishna consciousness, that long habit of enjoying the spirit cannot be given up. This is loke bhavayami samadvasi va nityasta jantu. Jantu, animals. Anyone who is addicted to Babaya, sex life, Amisha, meat eating, Madhaseva, intoxication. That is the natural tendency of anyone in this material world. Babaya, Amisha, Madhaseva, Nitya. So, spiritual advancement means to give up. This Amisha, Madhaseva. That is spiritual life. And spiritual life does not mean you have to grow 4 hands and 4 legs. No. Simply you have to give up this tendency of Bhavayami Samadhaseva. And therefore Shastra gives you training how to. Therefore here it is said, Harer Gunakshipta Moti Bhagavan Vadara. Don't do that. Don't divert yourself. You cannot understand, you can go play there. Harir Gunakshipta. So you cannot be mad after Harir Guna unless you give up your madness of materialism. So long we are mad after material happiness, then we do anything wrong. Nunang pramatta kurute vikarma. Vikarma means activities which are forbidden. Just like Bhavaya, Amishamadhasa, these are forbidden. But they indulge in these things nowadays, all over the world. This Bhavaya, Amishamadhasa, this is vikarma, forbidden activities. But they indulge in. Why? Because pramatta, they have become mad. So, madness there is. So what madness you have to give up? This material madness. And you have to become mad after Krishna. Then your life is success. That madness is exhibited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Juga-itam nimisena, chakshusha pravishayitam, sunna-itam jagat sattam, govindam virayena. That madness. Juga-itam nimisena. One moment appears to me one juga. One juga means 12 years. So, juga-itam nimisena, chakshusha pravishayitam, crying. There is tears in the eyes, like the torrents of rain. Juga-itam nimisena, chakshusha, sunna-itam jagat sattam. I feel the whole world is vacant. Why? Govinda virahena. This madness is what? Without Govinda. That madness. So that madness fully exhibited in Vrindavan by the gopis. They were mad after Krishna. When Krishna left Vrindavan and to Mathura, they became so mad that they had no other business than chakshusha pravishayitam, simply crying, torrents of rain. That is what. That is Vrindavan life. Not that seeking after sex in Vrindavan. That means such person will have to take birth as monkey next night. Monkey. Because they have taken shelter of Vrindavan and still they are indulging monkey's business. So they have to, in Krishna, this is Krishna's mercy. Tattenu kampasu sumiksamana. In Vrindavan, the land, transcendental land, that will not go in vain. But these persons who are indulging unnecessary sex life in Vrindavan, they will have to take birth as monkey in Vrindavan. And then next life they will be liberated. So, otherwise, why in Vrindavan the monkeys? They are also devotees, but they could not proceed nicely. So animal life means stopping sinful activities, and whatever sinful reaction is there in one life finished. So we shall be very, very careful. Dhama aparad. In the Dhama, in other places, if you chant Hare Krishna, the result of the chanting will be increased 1,000 times if you chant in Vrindavan. Similarly, in other place, the sinful activities, if you commit that sinful activities in Vrindavan, then it will 1,000 times increase. So we have to be very careful. So Krishna is very kind. Kattenukampa susamanjana evam kitang vipak. If we act impiously, we have to suffer, but for a devotee, karmani niddhati kintucha bhakti bhajam. Karmani niddhati. Others, for sinful activities, they will have to continue. But if a devotee is in sinful activities, in one life it is finished. But don't take this concession. We should be very much careful not to come in. No, we shall have to increase our madness for Hare Guna Kitta Mati Bhagavan Bhadarai. And Bhadarayani, Srila Goswami is also addressed as Bhagavan. If one is mad after Bhagavan, he is as good as Bhagavan. Hare Rakhitta. One is mad after Bhagavan, he is as good as Bhagavan. Therefore, Bhadarayani is addressed here as Bhagavan. In the spiritual world, Bhagavan and his paraphernalia, there is no difference. Don't think that the calf or the cows in Vrindavan is less than Krishna. No, they are as good as Krishna. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita. They are expansion of Krishna's Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Krishna wants to play with the cows and calves. So his Ananda Chinmaya, his spiritual potency appears as cows and calves. Therefore we see Krishna is embracing the calves and cows. He is not embracing a material cow. And he has nothing to do with material. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita. So a pure devotee of Krishna is also addressed Bhagavan. Pure devotee, not that a magician, a pure devotee. Anna Vilasata Sanna. Bhagavan Vadarani, Adhyagya, Mahadakhanam. This is Mahadakhanam. It is not ordinary akhan. Srimad Bhagavat, Amanam Purana. He was a liberated person, but being to hear about Krishna more and more, this is not material, this is spiritual. Modakhanam, Nityam Vishnu Jana Priya. Nityam, Bhagavat is not for a saptaha. Bhagavat is meant for Nityam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nasta Praeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Not that one is completely free from the modes of material nature, but Praeshu, almost finished. Nasta Praeshu, then he becomes interested. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Or by serving Srimad Bhagavatam regularly. Nityam, as it is said, Nityam Vishnu Jana Priya. Vishnu Jana and Harijan. Harijan doesn't mean Chamas and Bhangis. Harijan means Chamas and Bhangis can be elevated to Harijan, but not by rubber stamp. Vishnu Jana. Vishnu Jana and Harijan, the same thing. So Vishnu Jana Priya, those who are Vishnu Jana, their most favorable subject matter of understanding is Srimad Bhagavatam Avalampura. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, devotees. We will start with question and answer. So, Prabhupada was initially giving or mentioning about Srimad Bhagavatam. How Srimad Bhagavatam, what is the meaning of Purana, what is the meaning of Mahabharata. So the first question is, what is the meaning of Mahabharata and what is the meaning of Purana? And basically, what is not Purana? So Prabhupada, in the first paragraph, Prabhupada given the clarity about these subject matters. So does anybody knows? Can anybody answer that what is the meaning of Mahabharata, what is the meaning of Purana, and what is not the meaning of Purana or Mahabharata? Question clear? Hai? Hello. I'm audible for you. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. तो डिस्कनेक्ट करो पहले सेट.
Hare Krishna. तो प्रपात बता रहे थे कि श्रीमद् भागवतम इज कॉल्ड महापुराण. ठीक है, महापुराण. तो महापुराण मीन्स द हिस्ट्री ऑफ प्लैनेट एंड इज कॉल्ड इतिहास पुराण. तो इतिहास मीन्स हिस्ट्री. So it is before it is called Bharat, and but now the Britishers given the name as India. So that's why we called India. But it's called Hapuran and Ityas Puran.
So basically, the Purana means that old history, not the recent history. So, and what it is not is basically, it is not somebody's mental speculation. So it is a history. Haribo. Then Prabhupada mentioned about the characteristics of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is basically a Srimad Bhagavatam, how it is different from other Puranas, why it is named as Mahapurana, and what basically it offers to the reader or a practitioner of Srimad Bhagavatam. Question मैं फिर से एक बार बताता हूँ. So after that, Prabhupada mentioned about the characteristic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so how Srimad Bhagavatam is different from other Puranas, why it is called as Mahapurana, and what does Srimad Bhagavatam offers to the reader of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Nivruti Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare
The
Hare
Srimad
Krishna
Bhagavatam
Prabhuji.
is Amala Purana. Amala means without contamination.
So what does it offers to a reader? So basically, it offers it's a pure dealing between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees. So it offers basically more beyond birth and death. So it offers a reader how you can get mad and get more and more entangled into the activities or the affairs which are mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam between Supreme Personality of Godhead and devotees. Uh, Then Prabhupada was mentioning that who will be interested in Srimad Bhagavatam, right? He was mentioning that the people who are pious, nobody without piety can approach Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one needs to be pious. But one can ask that, if I simultaneously carry on with the pious activities and the activities of devotion, and at the same time I also get entangled in the activities of sense gratification. So Prabhupada gave example that to state a fact that if you do both, then the progress will be slow. So what is the example which Prabhupada has given? So 1 minute. So I'll ask Varun Prabhu, but
Hare
for
Krishna
that
Prabhu.
I'll just 1 minute, Varun Prabhu. I'll enable my speaker. Yes, Varun Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhupada gave example of dry wood. So he said that if you light up the dry wood, it would light up immediately. Similarly, it is bhakti is like that without any material contamination. But if the wood is wet, which is if we are contaminated materially, then our bhakti will not progress at a faster rate. So we should be free from material wetness. That's Prabhupada mentioned.
Prabhupada was referring to the wetness of the material world, right? So which two things Prabhupada was referring to the material wetness and how they are dangerous and for the spiritual life? Yes, Aryan, you go. Try first.
Hare Krishna.
Uh, Hare Krishna. Aryan, please go ahead.
Prabhupada telling that women and money, these two things are he was comparing to material witness, and women Prabhupada specified that opposite gender, specifically to or means for men it is woman and for women it is man.
Basically, Prabhupada was condemning the enjoyment mentality. Because enjoyment mentality is there. Yes. But so basically, woman and money. That's the point. Haribo, really? Basically, you are condemning the mentality to enjoy the material. This part is basically a false solution. Be it would be it in woman's body or in man's body. Prabhupada mentioned one pastime regarding this, what exactly is the meaning of a woman. He was mentioning that woman does not refer to a particular part of the human being. Basically, they are interchangeable because it is a dress on the soul of the body. So, what was that pastime which Prabhupada had mentioned? To illustrate the fact that the transgender was even was there in the Vedic history, the old history. It is not the recent phenomenon. What is the past time? Does anybody from online would like to answer? Or somebody from Bluish?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी सादा प्रणाम लॉर्ड शिवा का पास टाइम उन्होंने बताया था कि
Yes, yes, mother, can you elaborate? Maria was full Hare Krishna Mataji, kindly go ahead. Can you elaborate that fast? Somebody from here, elaborate fast with Arab.
Hare Krishna. The first of all, he was not a transgender. For 1 month, he was a man. And other one he was a woman. They were transgender.
At that particular point of time, there was
For 1 month, he was a man, and another one, he was a woman. And the pastime was that Lord Shiva and Parvati were sitting together, and some sages happened to be there at that point of time. So Mother Parvati felt shy. So
चेक करो आप अपनी तरफ आवाज करके ग्रीन आ गया ना ठीक है गुड
So Mother Parvati felt shy. The Lord Shiva told like whoever will enter this forest will become a woman. So somehow or the other the king was on his adventures and they happened to enter this place with the ammunition, etc. And the king became woman. Then it's a history that then he got a rule that for 1 month he will be man, 1 month he will be woman, just like that. So Prabhupada was explaining that body is changing, soul is the same, we are changing the dress. Sometimes we are in the dress of a man, and sometimes we are in the dress of a woman, but ultimately we are spirits.
Hello.
Like if we put on sari, the man will put on a sari, so he will not become a woman. So similarly, we are not man, we are not woman, we are spirits.
Very good. So next is then Prabhupada was mentioning about the meditation. Then Prabhupada was saying that the meditation means dhyana, to see the Supreme Personality of God, not that only just like in today's people they meditate on some Buddhism or something. So but that's the bogus meditation. And then Prabhupada was mentioning about the Vishayas. And so who those Vishayas are? And basically Prabhupada was calling them as Vishayas. What are the characteristics of those people who are fit to be called as Vishayas? Can anybody? Yes. I don't go ahead.
Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada was
Speaker.
Prabhupada was explaining that almost everybody is a Vishay. In general, he was stating that fact that people think that only rich people they are the Vishayas. But Prabhupada gave the example of a sparrow. So they are also like engaging, eating, sleeping, mating. So they can also be kept under the umbrella of Vishay.
Correct. So after that, Prabhupada what should be the conduct of a devotee with respect to a woman? Prabhupada was, initially he was mentioning about Vishay. So initially he was mentioning about Vishay, and then that Vishay is basically is interested in eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. And then how a devotee should be different. He should not be how his outlook should be towards women. Then Prabhupada mentioned that. So what should be the outlook of a devotee towards a woman? Prabhupada
told that like even the small entity they have got this suicide tendency, so we have to be free from that. And the most important is we don't have to see the opposite gender as with the vision of enjoyment. That I will enjoy this woman, I will enjoy this man. Seeing is not a problem, but seeing with the enjoying mentality, that is a problem. And also Prabhupada said that this can only be done only when we are very strongly trained in Krishna consciousness.
Now, the next question is, then Prabhupada, I'll cutting the long story short. So then Prabhupada was mentioning about committing offenses or committing sinful activities in the ordinary place versus committing the sinful activities at the place of Dham. So what is the difference between the activities or the sinful activities and spiritual activities uh, which are performed in Dham versus ordinary places? Yes, Ankit.
Right.
Like you are seeking income in there, like seeking after sex life. So it is the tendency of monkey to do this. What you will do, will get the birth of monkey in Vrindavan itself. Right. The Prabhupada also tell about benefits of living in Dham. Like if you are chanting there and you are chanting Pune, if you are chanting Vrindavan, there is a difference. If you are chanting in Pune, it is normal. And if you are chanting in Vrindavan, it is 1,000 times better. But regarding singing also, Prabhupada told that if you are performing singing in Vrindavan, it is 1,000 times better than you are performing singing in Pune. So these were the and Narumuni told that this is a kind of dhamapra you can say. Yeah, that's all.
Somehow I guess voice is not clear to them. So the last question. Then Prabhupada was mentioning about the how can a devotee of the Lord can also be addressed as Bhagavat. Anybody online? The question is, I'll repeat the question. Prabhupada was mentioning about the position of devotee. So how the cows and calves which are there in Vrindavan, Krishna is basically having an intimate relationships, or the Krishna is hugging with cows and calves. How it is different from any ordinary activity. So what is the difference between that? Yes, I don't know.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Sadhapina. Because of जो प्योर डिवोटी होते हैं वो लिबरेटेड पर्सन होते हैं एंड बट वी हैव टू हियर बिकॉज उन्होंने कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में होते हैं, दैट इज नॉट मैटेरियल, तो वो स्पिरिचुअल होते हैं. तो उन्होंने शायद वो श्लोक भी करा था, श्रीमद् भागवतम अमल पुराण वाला कोट किया था प्रभुपाद जी ने.
नहीं, आगे तो ब्रह्म संहिता से कोट किया आनंद चिन्मय. So
आनंद, हाँ सॉरी, हाँ वो वाला.
So this is how the position of the exalted devotees. Hare Krishna. Haribo, thank you much. I guess yeah, just a question and answer. Question. आपको अलग question. We'll take it after class. Jaya Prabhu.